Good morning. Happy Tuesday, turnaround Tuesday. We've got our semiconductors position open long, and I'm still building up this hype position. We're in the profits. It's a very volatile day today, guys. The live board is going crazy on normal settings, which is insane. So we really got to watch this. SMH about to hit its take profit. I'm looking at a potential Tesla position. Good morning. howtotradeai.com. If you haven't already signed up, make sure to sign up. So the question today is, are we going to be seeing a reversal with the semis, or are we going to see a further bleed out? So I've got my SMH position open. It's really pumping right now. I might take profits on this one, just to pocket it. Let's see what we've got. SMH is doing really well. It's going straight to profits. Let's see. It's really pumping hard. Good morning. Who do we got on the stream today? Let's see. Yeah, SMH is really pushing hard. I had a Tesla position open as well, and I took profits. I had a SanDisk position open, took profits. Probably shouldn't have, because they kept going. But let's see. Hyperliquid is moving back to the upside, which is good. Just keeping it simple today. I had too many trades open yesterday, and then I decided, like, hey, today I want to keep it as simple as possible. I just got another alert from Doge. Is on the board now. XRP on the board. Okay. Let me take a look. I might take another position. I'm looking for another position right now. Doge. Let's check out Doge really quick. Wow, Tesla's ripping actually. Everything's ripping right now. Algo is 52.8% against 77.2%. My win rate's dropped a little bit. I had a pretty hectic morning getting in and out of positions, and so that's totally fine. We'll get that back up here soon. Still beating the Algo. All right, so the question here is, are we going to push up further for the semiconductors? The minute or the 5-minute candles look pretty good so far. I think we've got a little more room to go. howtotradeai.com. If you guys haven't already, make sure to sign up. The best trading AI coach in the world. The only trading AI coach. AI trading coach. All right, let's look at Doge's chart really quick. It looks like it's already seen a pretty established double bottom recovery on 2 time frames. So on the 4-hour and on the 1-hour chart, Dogecoin is looking like a double bottom. So check this out. So it's looking like a double bottom, and that's the 6-hour. And then we can just set a really tight stop, mental stop loss, like right there. So here, I'll enter into a Dogecoin position. We'll do 5% allocation. All right. There it is. All right, so now we've got Doge on the board. We've got the semiconductors holding us up in profits. We have the hyperliquid trade that we're building into. Looking to swing that. SMH is going to be interesting. If it pulls back, it could potentially go for a double bottom. So we're going to have to watch SMH really close. mean, the chart's crazy. Look at the chart. Let me show you the chart on SMH. I mean, we're right there at the bottom. And this is one of the best ETFs to be in. This is going to cover all of the semiconductors. So NVIDIA's in there, AMD's in there, ARM is in there. You've got them all in there. Okay, Dogecoin is in profits. That was a new alert on the live board. Let's check out the live board really quick. Okay, Doge is moving up. Let's see what else we want to take in terms of trades. All right, my sensitivity for the algorithm right now is at full capacity. Oh no, it's not. It's at the widest. That's not good. Okay, so that explains a lot. So if you guys could see here, I'll show you in just a second. This is the sensitivity for the algorithm. So I'm at 0.50 right now. We're gonna have to move that all the way back up to 1.0 where it's proven. That's the flagship algorithm. So this is the flagship right here. So you can see there's already 42 live setups. So I'm gonna apply that. It's gonna change the live board, and this is gonna be the more accurate live board of like what's actually volatile right now. Okay, I think we just flipped negative on a position. Why? Let's see. Oh, it's because SMH is pulling back. So we're gonna have to watch this. We're pretty much hedged with SMH and hype. Naeem, how do we take part in the AI? How to trade? Liberty and trust. Just go to howtotradeai.com and sign up. The premium membership will get you access to the stock board and live setups. If you just do the free, then you'll get the crypto alerts, but there'll be a 15-minute delay to the alerts and the setups. So howtotradeai.com, sign up now. And for the next 10 referrals or signups, we're gonna have a Zoom group call at the start of this week. So if you guys want to be a part of that, sign up today. All right, so SMH is at 9.5% of profits. Hype is actually declining faster than SMH, so it's not acting as a good hedge right now. So my question is, what do we do with hype? I've already overexposed myself to crypto by adding in Doge. So I would say that the only other option at this point is to add in a stock to hedge with Doge. So what I do like about my position size right now is that my largest allocation, the $22,000, is in SMH, which is in the positive right now. It's the only position in the positive, and it has my largest allocation, which means that we chose and picked very well, you know, what we wanted to hold into. And so you never want to get emotional or attached to any specific trade. But I will say, I'm looking at Tesla. I want to see if we can get into a Tesla position here. Let's see where Tesla's at. I mean, it's like grazing over 300. I mean, at this point, it's like just break 300. You know what I'm saying? So let's watch Tesla. And in the meantime, we'll keep ourselves in SMH. And, you know, this hype position, I know hype is going to pull, it's going to pull back to the upside. Oh, look at SMH, it's pulling right back to the upside. It's bouncing big time right now. So SMH is looking really good. I love that all of these songs are royalty free. All right, we're back in the green, baby. So look at that, SMH and Hype are hedging each other perfectly right now, while SMH has a larger allocation and it's in profits. So we're well positioned to come into this midday. And my quant trader is about to send me my opening day report, so I'll share that with y'all and we can go through that together. All right, so my quant is gonna send that over to me in just a second. All right, I've got it here. So let's go through our opening day report together. Let me get this open for you guys. All right. All right, so let's go through this opening day report together. All right, you guys see that? All right, so the global chip crash did not snowball into a US rout at the open. The rotation held. The overnight AI hardware wreck flagged in this morning's brief bled into the US, but stayed contained to memory and semis. So memory and semis are bleeding right now. The rotation held. So we're not seeing a major, it's essentially saying we're not seeing a major move in the market right now. We're not seeing like crazy amounts of volatility, essentially. And excuse the way I look, I just woke up. It's Pacific time here, so I got to be up at 5:30 for these markets. And so you have to understand what that means is essentially we're just seeing money rotate. And so as long as you position your money in the right place during these times, you can see your portfolio grow, right? If this was like an all-out like market capitulation, global crash, then it would be very difficult to see your portfolio grow with any positions, right? And so sometimes you have to understand what conditions you're in, and this is very important. So today and even yesterday, the conditions have actually just been rotation. It hasn't been anything that has been worrisome. And you can see that here where it says the NASDAQ gap down and it's fading, but the SPY sits nearly flat at 0.24%. So, you know, most people's retirements are in the SPY, so nobody's worried. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like people are going to work saying that there's a market crash. But then our Tesla position is down 15% and our SanDisk position is down 14% in a day. But then you go to work and everybody's just acting normal. Why? Because it's just capital rotation. It's not the whole market actually starting to fall flat. So that's a great day to trade, and that's why we're in a trade right now. We're in multiple trades right now, right? And so this is so far what our market report looks like from our quant. So let's continue on. And then it says semis extended lower rather than bouncing. So we haven't really seen a bounce yet. This is the opening day report, so this already factored in the open. Let's go ahead and see what else is here. The memory names are the day's damage. No dead cat bounce off the pre-market gap. MU down 11%, AMD down 9%, SanDisk down 10%, SMH down 4.9%. So let's see what it says. Apple tagged a fresh intraday all-time high while its suppliers crater. Crypto broke lower. Apple printed a new intraday all-time high of 342. So notice how money is flowing right now into the mega caps, the large caps, such as Apple, Microsoft, Oracle. And you might not say like you see it specifically, because if you look at a Microsoft chart or an Oracle chart right now, there's no way you could say to yourself like there's capital flowing into this, like institutional real capital, but there actually is. And you can see that clearly with what's happening with Apple, right? So that's a very clear indication of what's happening there. And so let's continue on with this report. It says here at a glance, so notice how the SPY is flat, 0.24%. QQQs are down even less than 2%. So the whole market doesn't look like it's going crazy, but what's really there is this right here, the semiconductors. and them gapping down really hard and extending. So that's what we're dealing with right now. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking we take profits off of this SMH position and we re-enter at some point, because it looks like it's still struggling quite a bit. I'm not sure. We're going to see here. It might be looking to form a double bottom. So if that's the case, it would come back down one last time. Let's pull up a couple other charts and see. Tesla looks like it's trying to get back to the upside. Where's SanDisk at? 1,092. So it's trying its best to hold. There's a very strong case to make here that we're gonna potentially double bottom or continue further down. All right, let's continue our market report from our quant, but let's look at our board real quick. So number one trade, an A right now, hyper liquid. So should we add into our hyper liquid trade now? Because I don't mind adding in another 10,000 US dollars into that one. Just because if the market report is telling us things are calm throughout the board, like look at that. I mean, Bitcoin's down 2.5%. That's when I would want to be entering into a position, especially in a bear market where Bitcoin's already seen the majority of its downside, right? So it's like on a day like this, where it's down 2.5%, that's significant, especially for altcoins. And so let's make the consideration that we potentially add into our hype USDT position. Let me look at the chart. Oh, it's really pulling back. But there's volume. There's some buyers for sure. I'll tell you that. We're bouncing on the 50 period, and the 15 minute right now is a rejection. So overall, I really don't like the way the markets look, but we just gotta take it for what it is. Let's continue our quant morning report today to see. The open confirmed the pre-market read a deepening rotation, not a broad break. The Dow gapped up and held, the Nasdaq gapped down and faded, and the threshold damage is concentrated in the semi-memory complex. In crypto, ETH Sol hype. Apple's fresh record is the marquee upside. New high, Apple prints a fresh intraday record. Apple tagged the new intraday all-time high of 342 into the session today. Chip suppliers crater worldwide, right? The single cleanest tell that the selling is idiosyncratic to AI hardware, not a broad risk off. Apple reports Thursday. Okay, so what's gonna happen is Apple's gonna dump on Thursday. Because, I mean, think about the storyline so far with mega caps, right? What happened to Oracle? They reported great earnings, they dumped. What happened to Google? They reported great earnings and then they dumped. What's gonna happen Wednesday when we see, I think it's Microsoft, that they're giving the earnings? We'll see that in the report later, down in the report. But regardless, what's gonna happen is we're gonna see earnings come out for Apple and it's probably gonna dump. So it's hitting new all-time highs right now, but it's gonna dump. So you have to keep that in perspective. So we're expecting, let's say the market top is gonna be Thursday. So I think we have room to go up until Thursday, potentially. And then I think we see a big dump with Apple leading the way. I mean, Apple's market cap is far too significant to not affect the overall broad market. So we'll see what happens. So opening range analysis, gapped apart. Both gaps are holding their direction. So the QQQ is gapped down. All right. First hour volume is light at the index level, but heavy and participated in the semis. So high volume right now with NVIDIA, Micron, AMD, SMH. Palantir up 5.4%. I think there was a short yesterday. I told you guys I'm not short in Palantir. Makes sense, huh? Google up 2.3%, Microsoft up 1.9%. Micron down, SanDisk down over 10%. And then the rest of the semis are struggling. Top movers today, SanDisk, Micron, and then Hype, the worst performing crypto major. Crypto cracked with the risk off as ETH SOL also tripped. Look at that, crypto cracked with the risk off. That's some food for thought. Crypto cracked. All right, well, hopefully this position doesn't crack. Let's see where we're at. I mean, Doge just went into profits. SMH looking pretty good. I don't mind what I'm seeing there. Let's check the live board. Oh, Hype just dropped down to an A. So that means it's moving back to the upside. Oh man, weren't we gonna add into our Hype position? Oh, but look, it's continuing its upside push, which is fine. We have a lot of Hype right now. We have a pretty significant position in Hype. Not as significant, 14K, right? As a matter of fact, I probably want to get out of that Hype position. I got a terrible entry. 55.51. But we just broke back into 55 territory. So that's good. SMH is moving up. So I guess the money's going to come from SMH and Doge today. But that's fine. My win rate's dropping a little bit. It's at 77%. That's just the truth. And I have no reason to change that or alter that. I'm going to leave it. We're going to keep tracking it. Let's continue our report from our quant. This is our opening range report. So crypto cracked this morning, guys. BTC holds the line by a hair, right? So the global risk off finally bit crypto after holding overnight. BTC 2.5% no threshold cost, just inside the 3, sits on. ETH broke below. Sol, Hype, XRP, ZEC. So my biggest one is Hype, you know. The fact that Hype is moving is crazy to me. BTC 200-week moving average sitting at 62 to 63,000 right now. Straddling just above the line, still holding it, but by a hair. A decisive daily close below 62,000 confirms loss of the level. So keep that in mind, guys. If Bitcoin closes below 62,000, we're going to be breaking the 200-week moving average. So that's some food for thought. We got to keep that in mind. If Bitcoin breaks that 200-week, we are screwed. So we're coming to you live from Southern California. Our semiconductor position is up 11%, while Hype is down 9%. But Hype is starting to recover. And then Doge is starting to move to the upside. We just took that live trade, up 3% now, 3.2%. And that was a new alert that just popped up during the live stream. Let's see what else is on the board. Why BlackBerry? Why does it keep saying BlackBerry is an A? I'm gonna have to take the BlackBerry trade. I mean, at this point, BlackBerry. Yeah, I'm not gonna trade BlackBerry. Well, I don't know why it's giving me an A for BlackBerry. I mean, I guess it ripped from the bottom today, so it could have been a nice trade. Like anything else, right? It really did rip. I mean, what are people expecting? Like BlackBerry to do something finally? All right, they might. Who knows? So, this is really significant news here. What we're seeing. So, here let's go through the rest of this. BTC dominance is flat, no alt rotation. The alts are leading the downside, not being bid. BTC ETF inflows, minus 240 million. It's the second day of straight outflow today. Third consecutive day not confirmed yet. Data Watch Consumer confidence, July printed 90.8 versus 92.3, so we missed. Consumer confidence. The AI hardware story in tomorrow's Fed are dominating. Fed is in a blackout. DXY. VIX eased back below 19. So everything's pretty calm. Gold, it's saying it's flat, but it was down. All right, well, here's the bottom line. An hour into the session, the global chip crash has been contained, not contagious. The exact rotation, the pre-market flag now confirmed in the cash tape. The Dow gapped up and it's holding green. The NASDAQ gapped down and is pretty much continuing down. On the memory rec, SPY sits flat as the two cancel out. The damage is concentrated and participated. Micron, AMD, SanDisk, semiconductors. Extending lower on real volume with no bounce. All right. Let's our quant opening report. So essentially what that tells me is we want to stay in our semiconductor position and we shouldn't be worried about crypto. And I say that because, you know, when the markets are calm like this and the environment is clean, you know, things are just rotating, then that's the time that you want to be in the crypto market, because that's where you'll see capital touch the market. Because now capital is not scared, right? It's risk on. Right? When things are calm, there's more of a chance of capital moving towards something risk on. And so that's why, you know, I'm in the semiconductor trade because it did drop like significantly today. And then on top of that, I'm inside of Doge and hype. I want to get out of the hype position just because I got a pretty bad entry. And, you know, it's just been sitting there for a while. I've been holding it for quite some time now. There's no way these songs are all royalty free. Is that serious? That's cool. This is my friend Sasha's song with Alesso. Okay, Doge is moving up, hype is moving up. Should we take another trade? Let's look at the live board. Service now for a short. I knew Service Now was going to start pumping. See, sometimes, guys, you gotta not be emotional on days like this where everything is moving. You can't get attached to one specific trade. As a matter of fact, you have to just simplify, in my opinion. That's why I got into the SMH. Instead of like tagging AMD and SanDisk and NVIDIA all separately, and even Tesla, I was like, let me just get into SMH and then take the trade. You know, at least I'm a market participant. But I'm not gonna sit here and try to confuse myself and forget the fact that most of my profits come from crypto, because crypto's a little bit more stable right now, and I'd rather go long than go short. And so a lot of the money in the stock market recently has been from the short side. So I think all of this stuff is super important to just pay attention to. Okay, BlackBerry is actually ripping it right now. Oh my gosh. It's saying to long the flush. Oh wow. It is ripping it to the upside right now. Oh, we should have gotten into BlackBerry. Man. Look at this. Look at this rip. Isn't that insane? BlackBerry's ripping right now. I wish we'd have gotten into that. See, that was an A. It's still an A on the board, but I'm not gonna chase that one. It's ripping. SMH, did it just form a higher high? It just formed a higher high. That's good. That means it might be hitting profits soon. There you go. Well, at least we took that one, right? We got into the SMH trade. Hedged us out of that hype. Doge is moving back to the, now we're 6%. That was a live trade on the board earlier. XRP just got on the board. What's XRP doing? I got out of my XRP position earlier. Let's see if that was a good idea. I don't think so, because it just shot to the upside. That's so funny. That's okay. Let's see, how did gold do? Gold held up. Okay, let's check our live trade. All right. This is good, we're ripping. We are ripping so far. Now we just need hype to rip. Okay. There you go. Tron is on the board now. Okay, there you go. Now we're seeing movement. SMH is about to hit profits. All right. We're gonna bank it here in just a sec. Let's bank it and then let's get out of this hype position and re-enter another position. That's the move. We're gonna bank it. We're gonna bank it. Let's just get this a little bit further up. All right, there's hype, moving. Easy. 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 All right, here it is. Boom. That was a nice one. Let it move further. Doge is moving. Up 10% now on the Doge. Okay. I'm gonna start pulling out here. There you go. SMH pushing up. Let it push up. Let it push up to take profit. Let it push up. All right. That's 75% off the board. Beautiful. And then hype back to break even. I'm gonna get out of this high position. We're gonna re-enter something else. Boom. Hype and profits. Sometimes you gotta get out break even. Boom. I like the way my board looks now. I like the way my account value looks now. I feel good now. That's what trading's all about. Now things, I can take a step back And look, not only that, my coaching score is at 100. Look at this. So this is AITradingCoach.com. No, I'm sorry, howtotradeai.com, but the only AI trading coach in the world. So my discipline score is at a 100, and that correlates with me being a great trader. So it's constantly monitoring every decision I make, good and bad. And so I'm feeling good now. Now I'm feeling good that I'm in the position the way I am. SMH is about to hit its take profit, so it's about to literally get off the board completely. And then what if things pull back? If things pull back, we can re-enter later today and have another roadshow. You know what I'm saying? So howtotradeai.com, guys, get on there. Pretty successful day. That account value is a nice break-even number. Let's see this push up. Doge, we took live on the live stream. So if you guys tuned in right when we started, you would have been able to actually enter into that Doge position with us. And now we're up 11.4%. It's the number one trade on the board right now. So you see how this works? And that was an alert that came from the app. Hey Claude, I closed this trade for hype that I had open for a while, and it said I had ad number 4 on hype on the point system. That doesn't look correct. Please fix it. I gotta start a new session on Claude. SMH is just all the way at the top. So everything pushed back up, right? That was the expectation. Now it's pulling back a little bit. All right, let's just check the board. We're looking for our next trade, Plantier. Oh, guys, let's get into Plantier. Let's look at Plantier. That doesn't have anything to do with the text. I want to get away from the text stuff. Oh no, man, it's recovered so much already. I'm not getting in that. I can't. I would have rather gotten in earlier. Look, it's already recovered, unfortunately. So that's not a trade. It's already recovered. I'm not gonna get in there and then see it drop back for a double bottom and then get stuck. So that's not happening. It is the number one trade on the board right now. Just not, I mean, TRX, I wouldn't mind. What happened to hype after I sold? Let me see. It dropped. Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad I got out of that. What else did we get out of just now? SMH, it's almost dropping too. So I'm glad that we took profits there. Let's move the stops to break even. So that's always the goal, right? So as you guys know, this is one of my favorite features on the app. You can move your stop to break even with a click of a button, and it actually factors in the fees as well. And so it ensures that I even get paid out for the fees. So I'm gonna move that to break even. Oh, and here's my other favorite part. When I have a ton of trades open, notice how like I just did the Dogecoin at break even, it turns green. So now I know it's protected. And the SMH is about to, look, boom, and I got plus 0.5 points. You saw that? How the coach gave me some points for protecting my position. See, that's the whole point of the app. It's like, it's reinforcing good decisions, and that's why I have a 100 score, and I'm also trading the way that I trade. So, you know, I've never had a tool in the decades of me trading that has improved my trading as much as this. And so I'm super excited to be the pioneer of an AI trading coach. Howtotradeai.com, if you haven't already signed up to our platform that I built myself, nobody else involved but myself, just Claude, Code, and I. Get on it right now if you guys want to experience transformation in your trading. 62 users so far, 5 today. That's awesome. We're doing all of our trades on this platform, by the way. That's the cool part. And so, all right, we need to find another trade, huh? What's my win rate at? 75.9%? That's good. I'm fine with that. As long as you're over 50%, you can be profitable, right? Hyperliquid back on the board? Am I tripping? Let's look at hype. I'm not gonna get into that. And I'll show you what's cool, like when that happens, because sometimes, yeah, something will show up on the board because it's still extremely volatile. It'll tell you when you last entered in. So like, notice on my hype, we closed it. It said you last entered 54,103, and it's already up 2.42% since then, worse than your last entry. XRP, worse than my last entry. So I don't want to enter into those because they're worse than my last entry. Now the TRX is better. Oh wait, another hype trade came up? Now it's a B. They just ranked it a B instead, the Algo. Let's check Tron. TRX USDT. Ooh, I like Tron. I'm gonna get into Tron. Tron looks really good. Let's do a small allocation for now. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's get into Tron. We're gonna enter Tron long. Tron looks good, and Tron's been bullish. I guess because there's use case. I mean, I know people that use Tron, right? So there's Tron, we're in. Boom, already in profits. I'm gonna tighten my stop losses on SMH and Doge. And then now we're in Tron. It's looking really nice, actually. See, there's always opportunity, guys. I'm telling you, see, during these days that there's like capital rotation, you saw with like what my quant said, during those days, it's the perfect time to trade because there's always opportunity. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of stocks because I want to get into a couple of stock positions. Do we want to short anything? Netflix maybe? IBM? Costco? No, I think I like all those. I don't know about IBM, but I don't know much about the company. I don't want to mess around with it. SanDisk. I want to get back in my SanDisk. I was in at 1,076. That was a good position, really good entry. I want to get back in. Bloom Energy. Where are we at with Bloom? Let's check out Bloom Energy. No. Silver? How's silver looking? Silver looks good. Double bottom. SanDisk. Let's check SanDisk one more time. Okay, I'm eyeing SanDisk. I'll tell you why. Look, I think it's gonna come back down here. Look at that lower high. It's gonna push right back down. Look at all that volume. I think that's gonna be our next one. SanDisk has been really, really fun. We got a new stock. Liberty said, wait for tomorrow's FOMC for precious metals. We got our hike and everything dumped. On precious metals, let's look at precious metals really quick. I feel like they're sold, man. They're oversold. Like, I mean, think about it. Like, I'm buying silver right now at 55, 57, 59. Like, they're charging 62 at the store. I mean, I think that's a great price for silver. I mean, because the consumption of silver is only going to move up. As the capex grows for all of these companies, Liberty, you got to understand that their need for silver is going to increase. Everyone's saying silver is going to pull back. I think if it stays above the 50 or let's say the 100 week, I think we're bullish. I'll show you what I mean. This is the weekly, bro. So this is silver. I think if we stay above that 100 week, we can go for another top, another push up past 80, 90. I think because we haven't touched the 200 week yet. I don't know, is that over optimistic? Like, look how far below, we just had a death cross. Like, this looks like Bitcoin. Look. I mean, come on, bro. This looks like Bitcoin 2017. 2017 Bitcoin, 20 grand, drops back down to 7, 14, 10, 12. It's like sitting at like 7, 8 right now. Like, yeah, maybe we see one capitulation, but that's gonna have to be COVID or something. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think we go long. I'm gonna take a long position right now on silver. And I'll teach you guys how to do it. So basically, when you don't see the asset that you want, but it has volatility that day, like today on the commodities side, I only have oil on my board, but that's because I'm on my flagship. So I'm gonna lower the sensitivity right now, and you guys will actually see it reflect on the live board since that's connected to my account. So I'm gonna lower the sensitivity and hopefully silver comes up. So I actually, silver to me is at a bottom. He said, as am I am buying spot, but also will DCA some more when we drop a little more. Yeah, it could be that one last drop, right? It's not even coming on I don't have any commodities on my board right now. I only have oil, crude, and natural gas. Silver is not moving. Gold and silver haven't moved at all. And we saw that in the opening day report. So maybe we'll stay away from gold and silver, and I'll take your advice and we'll do that tomorrow after the FOMC. But what's dropping right now? TRX is not doing too well, 0.2% down. Nothing crazy, nothing to go home and tell grandma about, but maybe we add into the position. What's happening with SanDisk? I want to get into SanDisk. Let's see, now that we dropped the sensitivity, what do we have on the board? Too many stocks. Too many stocks. All right. Okay, I'm gonna watch SanDisk. Okay, my buddy in Puerto Rico is trading. Just texted me. Let me respond. Where's Tesla at? Would the Tesla push up? Oh man, I should have held my Tesla. It's okay. Yeah, Tesla pushed up. Tron was the only thing on the board that looked appetizing. Silver and gold. Why is it showing up on the live board there? Is it on now? I don't see it. I don't know if this is accurate on the algos. All right, SMH is moving up. Semiconductors are actually recovering today. Wow, ARM, look at ARM. Look at that wick. Got bought up so quick. Holy smokes. I think we have more room to go down on the larger time frames, guys. So maybe when this SMH hits take profit, then we'll see a pullback. I'm not sure. Oh, did my SMH trade just take? Oh, it hit profits already. Yep, it's gone. Okay, that's fine. So now we're just in crypto. No stock exposure. I'm fine. I'm fine with that, guys. I'll tell you what, I think this thing is gonna double bottom. So here's what my expectation is with the stock market right now, is I think this morning we saw the buy up from the pre-market drop, and then I think by, let's say 8, 9, 10, 11, so it's about to be noon. So by noon, things sometimes can turn around. And so if we see by after lunch, we start to come back down, what we're gonna see is a double bottom. So this is what we're looking for. This is gonna be the next opportunity. So this is the semiconductors. We just took our profits on that one. And this is how it's gonna look. So here's what I'm gonna do, and then we'll get off the stream, and then I'm gonna go work out. And then if this happens, I'll come back on stream and take positions. So, but this is the position I might take when I'm off stream, so you know. So I'm gonna draw it out for you. This is what we're looking for. I'm looking for that right now. And I wouldn't even mind, that. So if we can drop down from here, we want to re-enter. A lot of these semis are gonna see further downside, guys. I don't know, we'll see. But SMH is now above its open. So we're seeing a full complete reversal. And our SMH position already took its profits, which is okay. XRP and Hype are on the board, but worse entries than what we had. Gold and silver are stagnant. I'm not trading oil. In terms of stocks, let's look at the board. or else we'll wrap up. Here we got ARM, we got bot backup, Oracle skyrocketed, Zcash skyrocketed, Ethereum skyrocketed. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, Ethereum would have been a nice long. Bitcoin would have been a nice long too. I had a 40x position open. I should have kept those open. Everything's ripping right now. Everything's ripping. Let's see, is Tron moving now? Because everything is doing so good, I'm about to add into Tron. Let's add into Tron a bit. I'm gonna add into Tron. At least we have some exposure. All right, we went from a $3,000 allocation to a $6,000 allocation. All right. I'll stack up on some Tron. Nothing else looks good to me. Everything looks like it's made its move. Plantier? Nope. Plantier's recovered. Bloom Energy. Bloom Energy is not as bad as others. Let's see what we've got with Bloom. No, it's already up 4.3% from the bottom today. SMH is ripping it. SanDisk is moving up further. We're in a Dogecoin long.
Right, what's the price now?
70 cents.
70 cents, damn.
Service now is a short on the board. Let's see Service now. Maybe we take a short position in the stock market. Service now already, I mean, maybe we could short it. But I heard ServiceNow is going to be bullish overall. I don't know if we should be shorting it, but no, it's below its 200 week. I'm not going to short ServiceNow. Not below its 200 week. Let's see what else we have on the board. Honestly, that's it. That's all there is on the board. I don't see anything else. I think we wait for Tron to move up a little bit. Netflix short? Do we want to short Netflix? No. And it's only been, that was 2 hours ago. It's down 0.5% since then. SanDisk is pulling back a little bit. I would love to have a SanDisk position. Wait, Bloom Energy? Is it? Is it time to get into Bloom Energy? Let's see. Oh, it's still below its 50 week and everything's pulling back. And it's starting to pull back. Should we go for a Bloom Energy? Long? Long position on Bloom Energy? What do y'all think? I'm thinking about it. It's pulling back. Let it pull back a little bit and I'll get in. Where are we at on the board with Bloom Energy? Is it on the board? It's a D grade. What's WDC doing? Okay, here's the pullback that we were waiting for. WDC is not pulling back as much. PLTR. I'm gonna get the mail. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back. All right, let's see where we're at. Is SanDisk coming in? How's SanDisk looking? Let's see our live trades. All right, I think we're gonna wrap up for the time being, and then see if we can get that double bottom in play. If we can get that double bottom in place, C Perk just joined. Good to have you on the app, howtotradei.com. For those that haven't joined yet, howtotradei.com, get on there. That's the platform that we're using to trade and do all of this. So live board is still holding up the same names as earlier: Hype, XRP, TRX, WDC on the board. I'm eyeing SanDisk, Tesla, Palantir, Micron, Hyperliquid, and then we'll add into our TRX. The only reason I'm in TRX is it was the only one that looked good in the moment, but I might just close that position just to not confuse myself there. We have a Dogecoin position open. I don't know how important these positions are to me. So maybe we can close some of these positions out. I feel like there's a bigger play today in the market than Dogecoin and TRX. You know what I'm saying? So what we'll do is we'll close out on Doge, we'll close out on TRX. I'm not gonna rest my laurels on those two names. And we're gonna figure something out, something a little more significant. So we're gonna close the board. I'm not gonna get in on this. I'm not gonna get in on where we're at right now, at least for this semi push back up, because there's a very strong possibility we pull back, and I'll tell you exactly why, and then I'll wrap it up. But my thesis right now is we're gonna have to tap that 50-week on all of these semis, especially these big ones. And so, like, let me show you SanDisk, for example. It's so close to that 50-week. Like, why wouldn't it go tap the 50-week just to show us that it's bullish? And even if it doesn't tap it, it's already in the Fibonacci range, and there's so much correlation there, and it's a big even. So I'm thinking, like, for something like SanDisk, we go tap it. And then on top of that, you look at like Tesla, for example, and like the low is like $300.38 or something. It's like, why didn't we break the big even yet? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't we break 300? So these are all little things that tell me that, like, I'm not gonna get fooled on this like mini bounce. And I think that there's potentially more room down. And so let's just relax for a little bit, and potentially even Bitcoin pulls back more, and then we can even get into a Bitcoin position. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in.